Hi, hello, 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 hi, hi. Quick intro, because I don't have much time, because I'm about to go for dinner. Chill. I'm still gonna take my time with you, if you're a good girl. Look at my shirt. Actually, this was a gift from a fan on tour. I don't remember which city. I think it was maybe Paris. It's so cool. I love it. Guys, today we're gonna eat again. And this is not just any food video. This is an extreme version of a food video. I don't even know why I had this idea. I mean, technically I do know why, because I myself, I love sweet stuff. I have a sweet tooth, like a massive one. Look at it. It's that one. And that's why I thought,
why not go full, all in?
Because I'm actually convinced that I can just eat something sweet instead of like a savory meal. Like, I don't even need savory food. I could literally just eat desserts for a whole meal. And that's why I thought I'm gonna film this video to find out if I'm actually that hardcore as I think I am. This is the ultimate test. If I actually like sugar as much as I do, as I think I do. Guys, sugar is just my worst addiction. Like, okay, yeah, my phone, but I think sugar is like literally my only addiction. I don't drink, I don't smoke. Maybe shopping is also an addiction, but it's not that bad though. I have to shop. It's my job. Sugar is definitely my worst addiction. That's why I also try to cut it out as much as possible in the past weeks. And then here we go. We're filming a video like this. It makes so much sense. I would say let's just jump right in, because I have a whole day ahead of me. Well, in the past, technically, where I just ate sweet stuff from Tik Tok Mukbangs. Mukbangs are eating shows, so it's basically people eating in front of a camera. I personally love these kinds of videos. I produce them myself lots of times. I mean, on this channel and also on TikTok. I like it. I also like it if it's like an ASMR vibe. I like the noises. Call me crazy. I know a lot of people hate that. I think it's relaxing. So I consume a lot of mukbangs on TikTok, and I love the sweet mukbangs when they just eat all of these cakes and cookies and whatnot. So yeah, I thought, why not pick dessert mukbangs and eat exactly that for 24 hours? Easy, right? It's not easy. I feel like I actually am capable of doing that. So without any more talking, I think we should dive right in. So for breakfast, we're gonna start with a crazy one already. And I found this video right here by Erin My Eyebrow. Probably Erin Michelle. She is literally eating macarons as cereal. And yes, this whole eating some specific sweet stuff as cereal is a whole thing. I once did it with Maltesers, not the dogs, the sweets. Why did I even point that out? But I've never seen it with macarons. I love macarons so much. I'm ready. This is my breakfast. I'm not gonna eat such a big portion like she does in her video, because I'm not like as insane as these mukbangers. I'm still gonna eat like a normal portion. I mean, technically a whole pack of macarons, which is like, I think 12. It's quite a lot for breakfast, but that doesn't matter. I got my macarons, I got my milk, and I don't think I have to explain it. I'm just gonna put it together, and there we have our macaron cereal. I'm also not gonna have to pretend that this wasn't absolutely amazing. I've never even eaten macarons with milk, but turns out dipped in milk, they're amazing. It's like Oreos, just better. I just love the texture of macarons as well. It's like very like chewy. I love everything chewy. So this was totally up my alley. It was such a great breakfast. It's an amazing start. I don't know, I feel like this video can only go great, because this is just what I love. So that was my breakfast. I did get full, but I was already very hungry again for lunch. So whatever you consume sugar-wise, it's just not gonna keep you full for a long time. So now let's get to lunch. And for lunch, we're actually... What? I'm just here to ask you something. Well, what? Why were you screaming? Actually, Oprah was asking if you could do like a little review after the past months that you've been using their browser. Oh yeah, I can do that. No need to scream. If you don't know Opera, it's literally my go-to browser. And like Naomi said, I've been using it for the past few months and I actually love it. Some people might think it's just a browser. What is it gonna do? Believe me when I tell you that it changes your life, because you actually use browsers so much in your daily life. So it makes sense if it's a good one. I think my favorite feature ever is actually the pop-out function. So I actually can just use the pop-out function from Opera and I can basically watch it while I'm like doing color correcting or editing a thumbnail. It's just always going to be chilling there in the corner. And this is amazing. I love multitasking. I always need everything at once. I also love the sidebar with all the apps that I use all the time. And the music player in there is actually super handy because it just chills there. And it's there whenever you need it or you want to skip something or pause it. And you guys know, I'm a very visual person. So I just love that you can always change the theme whenever you feel like it. And there's so many different possibilities. Last week I still had Olaf, but now I have the rainy theme because I want it to be a bit more chill and calming. I love that. And the last thing I always use is tab islands because my tabs can always be a bit all over the place. But with the tab islands, I can at least keep a little bit of structure because that way I can keep my tabs together and I can literally just expand and collapse them whenever I want. Well done. Oh, thanks. But I literally just told them what I've been using. Yeah, but you still did that. I think it's important that us Naomis, we stick together and we are nice to each other, you know? Oh, you're right. That's actually so cute. Anyway, you can download Opera with the link in the description. Okay, let's carry on with the video. Now for lunch, we're definitely gonna go a bit into crazier direction. Maybe you've seen these type of mukbangs where they eat raw cookie dough. I have seen it and I want to try it. I have tried raw cookie dough before. I think we all have. And there's actually also edible cookie dough that is being sold to us. My English is kind of weird today. Here in Germany, we don't have these typical ones that you have in America. In America, you have these huge things that I think are meant to actually make cookies out of it, and then the people just like smash it all together and have this huge badonkadonk, and I want to eat that. They also dip it into some milk, sometimes like strawberry milk, chocolate milk, whatever. It looks so good. So I actually asked Vincent to bring me some cookie dough because when I was at Edeka, I couldn't find any. So he was so nice to bring me some. But what I didn't expect is that our cookie doughs are so small. I think these ones are actually meant to be eaten like this, spooned. So that's why they also don't make so much because people just don't tend to eat so much raw cookie dough. I mean, you can do that. I'm not here to stop you. Germany just does not want to contribute to the overconsumption of sugar, apparently. Wow, what a sentence was that? Which I don't even think it's true. It's just less than in America, obviously, but you know, sugar is just everywhere. I drifted off. Let's eat cookie dough. Of course, I also got myself some chocolate milk, and I just thought I want to like kind of do what the people in the mukbangs did, like use the cookie dough as like Play-Doh and like create a huge thing, a cookie dough destroyer. I mean, yeah, I don't have so much cookie dough to start with, but I think that's actually enough. I wasn't even certain that I could eat this whole thing. That's already crazy to me. I don't know about you, but like it's still a whole pack of just raw dough. But here it is, and honestly, it was really good. Also dipped in the milk, it like kind of just like makes it a bit less dense. So this was like, ugh. It literally was just like eating pure sugar dipped in chocolate milk. The chocolate milk was like, it didn't even taste like anything compared to the cookie dough because it was that sweet. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't even expect that I could eat this whole thing because I knew I was gonna get sick and I knew there was still lots of stuff that was gonna happen that day. So I just took a few bites and that was already more than enough, believe me. Although I think I could have eaten the whole thing. The question is at what cost, you know? I just ate like half of it. That's good for now. I also didn't eat all of it with a thing in mind that I did also want to eat something afterwards because I knew that I wasn't gonna get full with like cookie dough and I wanted something else that maybe gets me a bit more full. So I found this video of somebody eating basically cream puffs, or let's say profiterole, because I think in this video these are profiterole. It doesn't look like cream puffs because there is a difference, which I don't know what it is, but we will find out in this video. Honestly, this looks so wrong. There's like so much cream. I can't even defend that one. But I still want to eat what he's eating for obvious reasons. So I was wondering, can I get these cream puff profiterole looking like things here in Berlin? Turns out, yes. I actually found a place where you can order it online. It's called Pascal Choux. And looks like it's all profiterole. I don't think I've ever eaten a profiterole. I think the only time I've eaten one is like a small one with like chocolate on top, which is like the typical way. But these ones are obviously a bit bigger and with more filling and just a bit more crazy. It actually looks like the ones he ate in the video. So let's try some profiterole. Honestly, cute bag, cute design.
Pascal,
I ordered 3. I don't know why I didn't order 4. It's kind of unsatisfying that this hole is there. But believe me, 4 would have been too much. So first, we got one that is matcha flavored. Honestly, I don't know what this is on top. Looks like a cucumber. It's probably a lime. And when I bit into it, I realized they're not crunchy. So it's like soft and there's so much cream inside. Also, it didn't taste like matcha. I think there was like some lychee filling inside in green. I have no idea why. I also tried some of the cream that was on top. That was the matcha cream, but inside there was lychee cream or some type of fruity cream. So very weird. I don't know why you call it matcha if there's just a tiny little blob of matcha on top. Then next we have a classic one, which is just a vanilla flavor. And this one was so much better. I still don't know how to feel about the fact that there's so much filling in there, but this one had like salted caramel inside, which was really good. And then the last one we have is pistachio. This one literally had the most filling inside. Like it just got more and more. I don't know how to feel about that. I'm just not the biggest fan of this ratio. I would like more of the outside and less of the inside. Maybe that's just me. Maybe this is a typical way of eating profiterole with so much filling. French people, please educate me. But this is a bit too crazy for my taste. The best one was still the vanilla one with the salted caramel. That one I actually really liked. I can tell you after those profiteroles, it started to get to me a little bit. I was still fine, but obviously it was like, I kind of just wanted to eat like an olive or just like chug salt because there was just like so much sugar already inside of me, but it was still okay. Like I was like sick of it. So I actually thought I'm gonna get a little cute afternoon snack, which is just gonna be pure whipped cream. What else? Am I right? There's like this typical whipped cream from America. I think it's called Cool Whip. This whipped cream thing in a package. I have no idea what you could compare it to. It doesn't look like typical cream, but maybe it is. And then people eat it just with sprinkles. I've seen this so many times and I really, really want to try that. The thing is, we really do not have such things as Cool Whip here in Germany. So I have to make it myself. I actually did some research and I found out that it could be a good substitute to buy Schlagfix Universelle Schlagcreme, which I think is basically like just like cream. You could beat whipped cream out of it, but it's like vegan. Apparently a bit of a different consistency than normal cream. Not sure about it, never seen it before. Let's try it. Obviously you need to cool your whipped cream like for a long time, like 12 hours before you actually whip it. Otherwise they won't be whipped. The creams is this. And then I just whipped the shit out of it for like 3 to 5 minutes. Also added a little bit of vanilla sugar, a little bit of powdered sugar, and a tiny bit of salt for some depth. I'm not 100% happy with how it was because it was still like moving around in the bowl. That's why I also didn't put it above my head because I saw it moving. It was still a very, very fluffy consistency, but I don't know, not what I expected. So I just also put some sprinkles on top, have my little glass container full of whipped cream, and I shoved all of it in me. Guys, why was this so good?
Boah, geil.
I could eat whipped cream just as it is. As a child, like my grandpa always was like, okay, this comes off wrong, but like, do you know these ones where you like, and then you just, yeah, okay. I grew up with this. It was hitting a spot for sure. Also like the Schlagfix whipped cream, it was definitely different than other whipped creams. It was way more airy and soft and fluffy. So this was like so satisfying to eat with the sprinkles, because with the sprinkles you still had this crunch, but it was still like so soft. It was so yummy. This has no right to be this good. It should be illegal. Unfortunately for that one, I have to admit afterwards, I did not feel well. I just had like all this air inside of me, which I think came from the whipped cream that was so airy. So I basically just swallowed so much air and so much fat. So my tummy was not feeling well. I was not feeling well. And I just really needed like 1 hour to recover. It's getting a bit tough over here. But nonetheless, we have one last meal of the day, which is dinner. And for that, I wanted a bang. I wanted something to fill me up real good, just satisfy my inner urges. I'm talking about Linda's fudge cake from Cheesecake Factory. If you've never seen it, this is what it looks like. It's the fudgiest cake you could imagine. It's the chocolatiest cake you could imagine. It has all these layers and then this ganache between. It looks so good and I see it so many times on TikTok. TikTok knows me, apparently. A chocolate cake is just my favorite, especially if it's like fudgy and just very chocolatey. coffee. So I crave this at like 2 a.m. in the morning. Unfortunately, we don't have Cheesecake Factory, which makes me really sad, but maybe it's for the best, actually. So we have to make it ourselves. And this is definitely something. I literally started baking this cake at 3 p.m. and I finished like at 8 p.m. But let's get into it. Here are all the ingredients that we have. It's so much chocolate, but it's okay. That's what I'm here for. You're gonna put together all of your dry ingredients, which is flour, lots of sugar.
Alter, wie viel ist das?
400 grams to be exact. 75 grams of cocoa powder, and then 1.5 teaspoons of baking soda and 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder. Then you gotta mix it all together so it's like evenly mixed. And then you wanna add your wet ingredients, which is gonna be 2 large eggs. I didn't have large eggs, so I just put 3 medium eggs. Smartness Everdeen. But make sure that you put the egg, then you mix it in, put the other egg, mix it in. Like, you just have to mix it in between the eggs. Don't put all of them at once. Then we put some milk in there and mix it all in evenly, and then a lot of oil. I mean, you can use like sunflower oil, coconut oil, but coconut oil has a very indistinct flavor. What is the word? Indistinct? Indistinct. So I put some coconut fat, which is flavorless, because I didn't want the cake to taste so much like coconut, but I also didn't want to put sunflower oil, because first of all, I didn't buy any. I forgot. And second of all, I feel like coconut is just a bit more healthy. It's probably not gonna make a big difference. So I put melted coconut fat in there. And then also you put 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. Mix it all together evenly. And once it's all mixed together, you're gonna put hot boiling water in there slowly. This is so weird. It felt so wrong because that made the whole batter just super liquidy. Oh, by the way, I looked up a recipe online. It's from Recipe Clue from Ariana Lumi. It's just what I had. There's like not so many recipes actually, and this is probably the most popular one. So I just made that one. Now you need 2 9-inch pans. I didn't have that. I had like a 8-inch and 9-inch pan. I didn't have 2 9-inch. Oh my god. So, you know, there were just gonna be a bit of a size difference, but it's fine. Make sure you also butter these real good, oil these, whatever, put some fat in it. And then it's time to bake these MFs. You're gonna heat up your oven at 175 degrees Celsius, and you're gonna put your cakes in there for 30 minutes, approximately. While our cakes are baking, we're gonna make the ganache. And we're not just gonna make any ganache, we're gonna make the most chocolatey ganache that you have ever seen. We're gonna make silky nutmeg ganache.
Silky ganache is here to eat the lunch.
No, I'm just kidding. There's no nutmeg in there, but there's so much chocolate in there. 4 cups of chocolate to be exact. And the recipe said to actually melt the cream and the chocolate together in the microwave. That doesn't make any sense because I have so much chocolate. I don't even have a microwave safe bowl that is that big. So I just did it in a pot over my stove. And this took so much time. Just like dividing the chocolate into like small pieces and just like melting it all in the whipped cream. Oh, this was a very tiring process, but we gotta fight for that Linda's chocolate cake. Once it has all melted, it should look a little bit like this. Don't tell me this already doesn't look amazing. Then you're gonna put 42 grams of butter and 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract again. At this point, like, my ganache started to look a little bit weird. Me and ganaches, we're just always like this. I hate baking, I hate ganaches, and they hate me. And it's okay, because we're never gonna be friends. So the ganache started to look a little clumpy, but it's okay. It's still gonna taste good. After the 30 minutes, you're gonna check on your cakes. I used the toothpick method to decipher if she's done. If there's still cake on the toothpick that you put in there, it still needs 1 or 2 minutes. But if it's clean, you can get it out. Then you're gonna let it cool down for like 15 minutes and then remove the outer bit of the pan. Place it on a cooling rack. I don't have that. It's fine. And then I realized that there was probably a hole in my parchment paper, and this is the aftermath of that. But it's okay, I just had a little snack. Then you have to put both of the cakes into the fridge for at least 30 minutes, probably longer would be the best. And now it's time to assemble the layers.
Why is she so flat?
So for me, I had the problem that my cakes came out quite thin, thinner than I thought they would be. So I was just trying to decipher what to do now. I had lots of back and forth with Vincent to think of what I could do now, and I decided that I'm just gonna do a piece and not the whole thing. So with the piece, I can then stack more layers. I don't know, in my head it all made sense. It definitely did make sense, but I forgot that the cakes are like way thicker than I thought they were gonna be. I don't know. Anyway, let's carry on. I started to cut it.
It's looking moist.
Then I realized the bottom one is bigger than the top one, obviously, so I also had to cut the edges off. Cutting the edges off of a circle. I had to cut the circles off, and that is where I realized that my layers were too thick. So I started separating the layers and like my cakes into twos. It's all very chaotic and very messy.
I think 4 layers is already huge, actually. Wow, it looks so good and so moist. I know you can't see it, but you know what? I'm gonna create 2. I feel like this is perfect. Look at my layers.
And now it's time to put the ganache. With the ganache, I had the issue now that it did cool down completely, but it was still too thin. I then put it into the fridge, but apparently not long enough, so it was still a bit of a thin texture and definitely too thin for my assemblation. So you can see that my layers were just a bit wobbly. They were just like moving a lot, and it was just not a stable cake. Also, it didn't help that I was just doing 1/4 and not the whole cake. So it all just like, woo. My first piece was absolutely horrendous. I don't know, I had a breakdown by then because I hate baking so much. Nothing ever works out. When I bake, there's always something happening that breaks me. Honestly, at this point, I was feeling kind of moody because there was just sugar that I consumed that day. And I feel like the sugar was getting to me and I was just losing my patience. And I was kind of like feeling like restless. I don't know. I definitely felt it in my bones that I was kind of malnourished. But we did still try a second attempt. And I don't know what I did differently. I just tried to do it a bit more tidy and not put so much ganache, but it still ended up just dancing around.
Oh, I think it's falling.
In the end, I just put some wooden skewers in there so they would stay in place, and I put them into the fridge.
Happy birthday to you. Marmelade im Schuh. Aprikose in der Hose. Und Arschtritt dazu. Here is my first one. It's a bit, it's a bit on a diagonal. This one's much better. It's just a bit smaller, actually. And the third one, that's definitely the best one. Actually, it looks quite scrumptious, I have to say. It is glistening. It's beautiful. Actually, I'm kind of proud of that. I love that most people just make a cake and I make 3 cake pieces. Why would you have a whole cake? I have to tell you that I am so incredibly sick of sugar right now, and I don't even know if I can still enjoy this. There's nothing else in my body other than sugar, and usually this is like my favorite type of cake, so that's kind of sad. This is the experiment. This is what I chose for myself. So we're gonna finish this. Oh. Sorry for this glitch.
Yeah, this cake was the death of me in a literal sense because it was amazing.
I did that. I stayed it.
But I'm gonna be honest with you, I did not really want to eat it at this point because first of all, I was standing in the kitchen for such a long time, which already kills the vibe for me. And second of all, I just didn't want to consume more sugar. I think I did a good job on actually baking this. It did taste exactly like I would imagine. And in a normal case, I would have enjoyed the shit out of this cake. In that case, I don't want to really eat it. It really made me sad. Yeah, I have underestimated this. I have. The first few meals were still fine, but when I ate that whipped cream, it was just going downhill from there. That was definitely my worst enemy. It was difficult, but that's okay. That was what this experiment was about. I just wanted to challenge myself and see if I could actually consume as much sugar as I thought. It is actually more challenging than you would imagine. I never want to do this again. I don't know how the mukbangers do it, to be honest, because I feel like a lot of them actually spit out their food, which is really sad, especially like for this cookie dough. I don't think people eat like this whole cookie dough thing. Nah, I never want to do it again. It just kind of took out the fun in sugar for me. So maybe it was actually good. Although I have to say right now, looking at this, I could already eat a piece of this chocolate cake again, and I still have another one. So maybe, yeah. Yeah, maybe actually. I already recovered, so I'm a simple girl. I don't learn. I don't know. It was fun to a certain degree, for sure. Just not the end of it. Like the breakfast, the whipped cream was really good. Anyway, I think that's it. Let me know if you want to see a video like this again. It's so difficult to say because I loved it but also hated it. It's very a love-hate relationship. But there's no need to film this again. It's like not actually contributing to society like my other videos. I really have to bounce now because I'm actually going for dinner and I'm gonna eat some well-deserved sashimi today. I have to bounce. Don't forget to follow me on all of my social media, which is Naomi John on
Instagram,
Naomi John on
TikTok,
and also Naomi John on
Spotify.
That was a crazy video, man. Thank you guys so much for watching this suffering. And I will see you in my next video. Goodbye. I'm gonna eat a little piece of chocolate cake now.